Hello everyone, my name is Chirag Patil and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we will solve this challenge which is list comprehension from HackerRank. Okay, so let's understand first the problem statement. So this is all about learning list comprehension, right? So the problem is you are given three integer x, y and z representing the dimension of cuboid along with the integer n. Print a list of all possible coordinates given by I, j and k on a 3D grid where the sum of I plus j plus k is not equal to n. And here I can be any number between 0 and x, j can be any number between 0 and y, and k also can be any number between 0 and z, right? So basically we have to create a 3D grid using this x, y, z numbers, right? So what we are doing, let's say x is 1, y is 1, z is 2 and n is 3. So we need to take any number between 0 and 1 for I, between 0 and 1 for j, and any number between 0 and 2 for k, and need to put I, j and k here for any list, right? We need to create all possible list using those number, but we cannot use the numbers with sum will become 3. So for example, here if you see, we haven't used 111, right, as an output. So if we use 111, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1, and then this sum of this list will become 3, which we don't want, right? As they said, the sum of I plus j plus k is not equal to n. Here n is 3, right? Okay. And they are saying please use list comprehension rather than multiple loops as learning exercise. Okay, so let's first understand what is list comprehension. So we can say the list comprehension is a syntactic sugar or simplified way to create other list or any new list based on some any iterable or other list. Okay, so let's first understand the syntax of list comprehension, right? So let me write it here. So you can create a new list, let's say new list, okay, is equal to, you can write it into, if you want to create a list, then it would be in the square bracket, right? So let's say I can write here any expression which I need to perform, okay, expression, and then we will write for I in iterables. Okay, so iterable can be anything like list, tuple, or any range function or anything, right? And here we can provide conditions. Okay, so here it will be condition. So based on this expression and these conditions, we will iterate over each element of this iterable and will create a new list, right? So let's understand this example in the collab first. Okay, so let's say, okay, let me erase this here. Okay, okay, so let's say I have one list which is a is equal to 1 2 3 4 and 5 and let's say 6. Okay, so now let's say I want to create a new list from this a where I need to square all even numbers. Okay, so what I can write, let's say even square is equal to, we need to create a list, so we are just writing square bracket, right? And we can write for I in a. Okay, now what we have to perform, we need to perform square, right? So it would be I star star 2, and on which element we need to perform, we need to write a condition, right? So we can write condition here, if I modulo 2 is equal to 0, right? So what we are doing here, we are iterating over each element of a, we are checking the condition. In our case it is I modulo 2 is equal to 0. If this condition is true, then we are performing this operation, right? So let's run. Okay, so let me print even squares. Yes, so here you can see we skip these other numbers which are odd because we haven't tried anything for that, right? So if first we will check 1 modulo 2 is equal to 0, no, then skip. If 2 modulo 2 is equal to 0, yes, then we are doing square of that number, right? 4, same for a 4 and same for 6. So this is all about list comprehension. Similarly, you can create a dictionary as well. When we required, we can check it out that as well. Here you can create a tuple as well, right? If you pass, instead of square, you pass that round bracket, it will be tuple, right? Sorry, I need to cast it. Okay, so we get tuple here, right? So this is all about list comprehension. Now let's go to our problem statement. Okay, so we had already understand the problem statement. Let's implement. So let's implement this by using a for loop and a traditional method, right? Which is using 3 for loop. And then we will use list comprehension. First, let's understand how we will solve this problem. So for, let's say I in range of 0 to x plus 1, right? Because we want to start from 0 and we will use this value as well. It is inclusive value, right? And in range function, the end argument is not inclusive. So we are doing x plus 1 here. Okay. Same for j in range 0 to y plus 1, right? And same for k in range 0 to z plus 1, right? Now what we need to check here, so we'll define any new list, right? Let's say output list. Here it is output, right? So now we have x, y, z and here. Okay, what is our condition? Let's say if I plus j plus k not equal to n, right? This condition, the sum of I plus j plus k is not equal to n, right? Then what we have to do, we need to append output.append a new list which is I, j and k, right? So this will be our output list which we need to print. Okay, so let's print here, print output. Okay, so let's run this code and then we will implement list comprehension version of this. Okay, yes, so here we can see we passed all test cases, right? So now we need to convert this. Let's, there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 lines of code in the one line using list comprehension, right? So let me, okay, okay, so it's all commented now and this also, right? So let's define list comprehension way of this. It would be output is equal to, we need to create a new list, right? And what we will do, we will write this 3 for loop in one line, like for I in range of x plus 1. Okay, if we don't define a start in the range function, it is by default 0. Okay, and then for j in range of y plus 1, then for k in range of z plus 1, right? And what is our condition? If I plus j plus k, let me make it bigger. Okay, I plus j plus k is not equal to n, right? And here we will create a new list which is I, j and k, right? So if you see, we converted these 5 to 6 lines into one line here. It can be initially hard to understand, right? It is not much readable, right? But it is all about list comprehension. You can, if there are, here we have 3 for loop, that's why it's look like difficult. But when you have to deal with only one for loop, it's very easy and elegant way to use list comprehension, right? So let's run this and check it out whether we are getting the same result or not. Yes, we got the same result, right? So let's run, submit this code and check it out. All other test cases are passing or not. Yes, we passed all 6 test cases, right? So this is all about list comprehension. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends so they can practice on the Python, right? Thank you.